Welcome back, everybody, to episode 163 of the Lookout Podcast. I'm, of course, Meelz. I'm here with my co-host, LJ. LJ, what up?
Yo, what's up?
We are joined by none other than AD, the third talking head. Someone who, it's like that character in One Piece that I don't know because I don't watch One Piece that shows up every now and then.
Yeah.
That happens.
What would be that character, AD? What would you say yourself is?
He's Mihawk.
You call me Mihawk? Oh, damn, that's praise. Hey, man, listen, I rock with
Hey,
that.
listen. He doesn't pull up a lot. You don't see Mihawk a lot, but anytime he does some. He got some wild shit to do.
Pull up and start swinging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. We got a lot to talk about this episode because this is this end of the year special. There's been quite a bit. Actually, I would say anime started off in 2023 very shaky because there wasn't a lot I was watching in that winter 2023, to be honest with you. But the big names picked up, and the surprises picked up, and the stuff that you wouldn't normally tune into that you was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll watch that picked up. So there was a lot of different things. But before we get into that, I want to get a little bit of news, and this does handle with our year-end list. As we talked about the biggest manga 2023 last year from Japan, New York Times posted its bestseller graphic books and novels list for 2023. These are the bestsellers. In the top 15 included 4 manga. I don't know if you want to guess which are the 4 manga, but all these 4 manga was definitely on last week's list. And yeah.
Are they the same top 3?
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay.
But none of these, they're not on they're in the top 15, but none of them hit number 1, so don't even worry about it.
Okay, no.
Okay.
Jujutsu Kaisen for sure.
Jujutsu Kaisen is on this list. It's actually number 5. It's the highest ranking of all the manga.
Okay.
I was thinking Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man is number 10.
Nice.
One Piece? 2 more. One Piece is number 7. We're there. We got one
My
more.
Hero.
No, My Hero, unfortunately.
Damn, crazy.
Hey, man, listen.
That's somebody's favorite manga. Niggas
is bugging.
Oh man.
I heard they were Jujutsu Kaisen fans were putting books where shit wasn't supposed to be. It was in the M section and shit. That's what I heard. But
Blue Lock.
No.
Damn.
Oh, that's crazy.
Must be only popping in Japan.
Must be. I hope it don't get popping here. It's bad stuff.
Like Clover. Oh my god.
No. Do you guys want a hint?
I'll take a hint.
The anime is currently airing.
Bleach?
No.
The anime is currently airing.
It's a big eyes favorite. Something that you guys were reading and telling everyone else to watch before the anime came out, and now the anime's out and niggas act like they love it.
Damn, that's a lot. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding, but
it's very in right now. It's very in. These types of
Look?
No.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I almost put that on my. I almost put that on my personal worst, but
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, okay? You gotta say it. What is it?
Spy Family.
Oh,
damn! Really?
Yeah, Spy Family's
That's
number 14.
Crazy.
Yeah, so the best selling were Volume 21 of Jujutsu Kaisen, which includes the Kashimo fight with what's his name.
Kakari.
Yeah. I guess I realize now I probably shouldn't be saying this because it includes spoilers, but also you would not know these two people.
You don't know, yeah.
You don't know these niggas. Chainsaw Man Volume 2, which is the beginning of Part 2. One Piece Volume 104, which could be anything, to be honest with you.
Gear 5.
Okay. Thank you for knowing that off the top. And Spy Family Volume 10, I forgot what was in it, but definitely there. So shout out to those. We were landing in America in a very big way, best-selling New York Times manga right there. I'm sure My Hero had plenty of times. It was the best-selling manga in 2000, whatever. Big news for dub fans. Toonami is airing the English dub for Part 2 of Attack on Titan finale on January 6th. That is less than a month away. That means 2 hours of Toonami. If you want to stay up from 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. on January 6th, it is going to be there for you.
You gonna do it?
No, because I know it's going to show up on Crunchyroll the next day. But, but this is much faster than the original part, which literally just premiered like a month ago, 2 months ago. So shout out to the dub fans. Y'all won. Y'all got to see the ending all the way through, and then we get to binge it all in English, I guess. Final
That's
bit
what
of
it's all about.
Absolutely English. Final bit of news. Bandai Namco reveals new Dragon Ball game, Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. Is it Sparkling Zero?
Sparking Zero.
Sparking Zero. So I have this one question. I'm gonna pose it to you, AD.
What's up?
Why do we have a new Dragon Ball game?
There's finally more Dragon Ball content to make a game off of.
No, there is not.
Yes, there is. What do you mean? We actually got super content. They teased Jiren in one of the as one of the characters.
Jiren was not in,
and one of the dogs too.
Jiren was not in Fighter Z.
No, I'm talking about in terms of the Budokai. So in Budokai, you could play through the entire Dragon Ball world, like at least through Z. They have the opportunity to let us play from Dragon Ball all the way through to hopefully Granola or Cell Max final boss type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like spoilers for manga super, but
it was a movie.
You're right.
Go off.
But I'm just saying, like, we have that opportunity to play from the beginning to the end. Now, will they do it? Probably not. But
come on,
it's on the table because they've been doing the Kakarot stuff. We got the.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the 23rd World Tournament. We just recently got that. They have it in their sphere to do more Dragon Ball, all of Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the hope is, at least for me.
So you're anticipating this game will have a shelf life of like 3-4 years.
More than that, Xenoverse is still going strong. Like I'm hoping it has that extended life because it's been so long since we've had a Budokai game.
Okay. Tournament of Power?
Hey man, listen. That could be a game mode. We used to have like the little tournament arena style. What if they have the game mode where it's like 64 players or whatever, battle royale style, tournament of power? You team up with your peoples and you got to knock everybody out. The
PS5 blows the fuck up.
Have you looked at the Ultra Rumble My Hero game?
No, I haven't.
Man, listen, that's Jump City. You got to have a squad. I'm not going to hold you. Niggas will jump you where Bakugo. That's a whole nother thing. But yeah. Right. That's my hope for it. So.
All right, just needed to know. I was like, okay, Dragon Ball, another game again. All right. So many games. Let's get to the main event here of what we're here for. We're here to talk about the best and worst of anime this year. If you guys had to summarize your anime watching experience for 2023, I'm not saying anything new. I'm not saying anything old. I'm just saying your behavior in viewing it and maybe what you were watching this year. Could be old, could be new, could be anything. What would you describe your behavior of watching it? Because I know personally, I didn't get to as much new anime as I would have. I don't know why. I blame League Pass. They should have never gave me that shit for $5. I blame that. I blame the other podcasts I do. But I haven't really been able to sit down, which is crazy considering the fact that fucking shout out to our guest Ricochet, who actually does wrestle quite frequently every day, has time to catch up on all the fucking anime. But with that said, I didn't get as much new things as I would have. But I think what I did watch, I truly enjoyed. But I can't say I watch as many hours of anime this year as I did last year. What about you guys?
If I gotta describe my 2023 anime watching experience,
You just watch Oshi no Coach, whatever the fuck it was last
I did
week.
just watch that shit. I mean, listen, I've been cranking through shit this week. I just got through Pluto. I got through Oshi no Coach.
God bless.
I got through fucking Castlevania, the new one that dropped this year.
Ooh, okay. How was that?
Banging. That shit's good as hell.
Okay. All right.
Nah, I gotta say my anime watching experience this year was phenomenal. I watched so much anime this year. I felt like, and like not just new stuff, like new, old. I'm talking like a wide range of different things. Like,
yeah, you were in your bag. You were watching a bunch of shit.
I was watching a bunch of shit this year. I've been going through stuff that's been so long since I've gone through. I went to Shippuden. Y'all was there with me through that. Y'all walked with me through my Shippuden journey. Oh, shit. Nah, man. It was a good year for anime, though. For me. Just like watching it. But overall, though, even the 2023 stuff was a really good year.
AD, did we force you to watch all this anime in the week prior, considering you like to just wait and binge?
Yes and no, because I was also streaming it, so it was time well spent watching some of the anime.
Twitch.tv /LookoutRNC.
Yes, sir. So you can see some of the VODs there too. But overall, I think it was time well spent. You know, went through October going through a lot of like horror themed stuff. So I watched Dark Gathering, watched Oshi no Ko as well. How do you feel about that though? First of all, because like
I watched the first episode and I was turned off, but not like turned off all the way. Like I
finished the whole season. I finished the whole season. It bought me in. I'm talking about that first episode.
No. So that's what
that last scene. That shit was again a buzzer beater.
So I will say that. The first episode, it's not that I'm not completely out. But first of all, you can't come with a 90-minute first episode of anything.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's a crazy risk. That's a crazy risk.
I would that. Shout out to you niggas who watch it, like Jamal. I was like, you know what? I know how this ends. Let's kind of like skip through it. I will tune in, but isekai is not my favorite genre of anime.
So I wouldn't even think about it like that because it's still set in the modern world. A lot of isekais go into like a fantasy realm, but this is literally like him getting reincarnated like 3 days after him dying. You know what I'm saying? So he's still in the same world and he's trying to figure out the murder of his mother and go through the entertainment industry, figure out who does he know who was connected to her. It's a lot of mystery. It's a lot of like actual stuff that we deal with when it comes to like the media and getting stuff done, trying to get followers and everything like that. Man, listen, I think if you are a content creator, you should tap in. The first episode might be, kind of shaky, but it's a fun one.
All right, we'll preemptively put in our best. How about that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. The way you guys described it.
I think that no, I'm with you because there's definitely some certain aspects of like it's just uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's a story or a fake thing or not, it's just there's the underage thing sometimes. It's like but I'll say this is that when he gets like obviously gets reincarnated and stuff like that, they do a good job of making it feel like not throwing that in your face that he's conscious of his own reincarnation.
Good, because that would be weird.
Yeah, like he is. They he is, but they don't like push it in front of your face like, oh, he's.
It's still that thing of like them still following their dreams and like doing that stuff. It's more focused on their daily lives more than that,
and like who they are now than who they were before when they were reincarnated.
Okay, all right.
It's like getting a second chance at life, man. That's a push. But.
That is reincarnation for you. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and seventh chances at life. Best and worst. So we're gonna preemptively put that in the best because the way y'all was hyping that shit up. Best and worst of anime 2023. There weren't a lot of worst. They probably were, but to be honest with you, why would we watch them if they were bad? But there are definitely things that we came across that were bad. But let's get to the worst. Let's get to the best. Some of the best that I have on this list. I'm gonna start off with one of you guys were jokesters and put Attack on Titan finally ending as the best. So I'm gonna word that around and say Attack on Titan finale. It was indeed the best. Yes.
Finally, you got here.
Well,
You got here.
A long journey, man.
A long journey.
LJ, you and I have talked about this extensively, both parts. Kind of like where we're at with it. How do we feel about it? AD, I would love to know if you've watched it and your thoughts on it.
It was emotional. Just to feel like, you know, one is finally over, but just to see everything in motion and them build up to the moments, and we get the whole Hanji thing at the end of the first part, you know, the second part come in and all the tension rising from there. It made me feel like the journey was worth it. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, they played up to it, and I appreciate them for going that hard. So Mappa, congratulations, you're finally over that hump. Please, you know, take a break if you can. But yeah, Attack on Titan, we done. Yo.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I was on mute.
I was like, wait, Meelz?
No. I was like, they used their time wisely in this situation, and that is why I guess it wasn't messed up. Just basically saying, like, listen, rather than give you guys 6 episodes and then us trying to figure out how the fuck we're gonna finish it at the end anyway, we're gonna do 2 big special parts. We're gonna drop one earlier of the year. We're gonna drop one at the end of the year. We're not gonna do the movie and make you pay for it like fucking Demon Slayer does. We're going to do that, and I think, you know what, it was, if anything, whether you feel good about it or bad about it, I do think it was executed very, very well.
Yeah,
definitely. Like, in the day, it's a great episode of anime. Like, however I feel about the ending doesn't take away from the fact that I was tapped in. I was locked in when you're watching. You don't want to take your eyes off of it. You feel you're gonna miss something.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's captivating. The finale was amazing. I'm happy that we're done though.
Yeah.
But
yeah, to put finally, but you know. Yeah, to put finally, but
I did. How long do we stretch this final season out?
Well, listen, I don't know. I don't know, Bleach. How long do we stretch this thing out? How long do we stretch this arc out?
That's the longest. That was the longest final season ever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen.
What was this? Part 3, Special Edition 2.
Again, we're getting Bleach 1,000 Year Blood Arc Part 3 in 2020.
Listen, it doesn't. AD make the most perfect point. It doesn't say final season on it.
Oh, okay. Right.
Exactly. We getting more Bleach after this, man.
I guess so, huh? I guess so. I guess that's what it'd be how it'd have to go, huh? Another best this year. I think we can all kind of like say this without any pushback. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
Phenomenal.
Another Mappa thing. Don't worry, Mappa. You're gonna get yours as well. But another Mappa production, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. It is currently still airing. Actually, I think the final episode is either going to drop at the end of this month or at the top of next month. And I'm looking forward to that son of a bitch. I'll tell you that right now. But what can you say? On the lowest of keys, there's been a lot of big anime moments this year. I would say, well, we're gonna get another thing. You know what? I don't want to spoil it too much, but I would say Jujutsu Kaisen, kind of appointment timing watch. You know what I'm saying? Something where it's like you sit down, you're like, okay, I gotta watch this. Every episode is a banger. Every episode, and we knew this would happen, right? The Shibuya incident, like manga readers knew. Anime watchers are like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I'm currently at work. There's my homeboy is also watching Jujutsu Kaisen, and every week, every Friday, we're like, what the fuck just happened? Like, it's amazing appointment viewing. They've done a great job. we'll cover this at the top of 2024 in full. But what can you guys say about Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 right now? I'm gonna start with you, AD.
It's everything that we thought it would be as manga readers. As far as the anime watchers, from what I've been seeing, it's everything that we were trying to warn y'all about.
That's funny as fuck. That's a great way to put it.
Hey man.
Hey, don't get attached. Don't love these people too much, my brother.
Listen, what can you, LJ? What would you say has been some of the highlight moments of season 2 thus far?
I mean, obviously Toji. The way he has stole the hearts and minds and physiques of so many people. It's crazy. I mean, Gojo's past, which is, I think we've all said it, that's probably one of the best arcs in the entire series. I'm trying to think, man. It's just like
we finally got the Sukuna rampage, man.
Yeah, you got the Sukuna rampage. Like, once again, it's just one of those things that you brought up, Meelz. Is it seems that week after week after week, it has a moment in there that just steals everything. Like, you're just kind of like, that's all you want to talk about. That's all you want to see. That's like, no other anime matters. Nothing else matters. Just this moment in JJK. Like,
hey, if you didn't think that anime female fans could be perverts as well, look no further than the Nanami episode. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't think they also were perverts, look no further than that. There's been so much building and progression and active and events and fights and moments and all these other things. We saw I can't even say his whole name, and I feel bad I can't say his whole name, but we even saw Mahoraga, which becomes a big thing later on. Jujutsu Kaisen season 2, it's a banger. It's a banger. We told you it was gonna come, Mappa. One of our worst this year. Mappa's schedule. You fucking assholes. You know what I'm saying? We've seen a lot of complaints online from people, animators, who are like, this schedule is crazy. Sometimes episodes aren't finished until hours before they're published. Some things don't look as good as other things, and we've seen all the kind of hullabaloo about that. This has been a Mappa. The Mappa sweatshop has not been is not necessarily new to this, but it seems like something, as we care about our anime, we would love to see it produced in kind of like healthy ways. So yeah, Mappa.
Yeah, they had Vinland Saga, they had Hell's Paradise, AOT.
All bangers, by the way. All
nah, fuck Mappa. Fuck Mappa though.
Yeah.
Hey man, end of the day, it's like, I feel horrible consuming all this and enjoying it, knowing that someone, it's like
someone's
like, I feel horrible, bro.
Someone lost their arm for real making this shit. You know,
man, come on, bro. What? I feel like a crackhead. Like someone died over this.
Yeah, it's literally maybe. No, actually, I don't know. Literally.
Man.
Nah,
allegedly,
man, they treating their workers horribly.
Allegedly. They need 2 weeks paid vacation. Get them a break.
You get vacation at the end of the year.
Man,
Christmas after Christmas.
It need to be
vacation. They gotta restructure that whole everything, man. Like, what?
Hey, man, they were like, listen, we gave y'all the 5 episodes in the beginning, and I gave them enough time to do this work. That's probably what Mappa's saying right now. Head of Mappa. I don't know who the head of Mappa is, but I'm pretty sure. It was like, yo, we gave you a month off. You were supposed to be there producing work. And what was y'all doing? Animating other Mappa related items. It don't sound like Mappa to me. Not the Mappa I envisioned.
It's crazy. I've been seeing a lot more like Western animators too. They've been outsourcing. I've been seeing a lot more.
I saw they used some people from Toei.
Yeah.
Toei Animation. I was like, okay, listen, you better freelance. Them checks better show up though. I'm playing on freelancing. All right, so we got our worst out of the way. And another best. Honestly, this is why 80 is here. So our best this year, it's just One Piece, just in general.
The brand. The brand is so crazy.
Oh man,
the brand is so crazy right now.
He showed up finally at the Macy's Day Parade, and his hat popped, man. Like first day out, but the fact that he's out there, we got the live action, man. Gear 5 finally
Gear
premiered.
5, right? Gear 5, but then also like I feel like there's so many like One Piece. This year, One Piece definitely evolved as a brand, and I think the stuff they're doing with the Rams. There's talking One Piece collections. The Netflix thing took it over the moon, and then in a period where the actors strike and a lot of new content really wasn't being seen, One Piece's live action was really some of the only kind of like real new content that we got. And as a live action anime, it delivered. That never fucking happens.
They really did a great job just selling the entire brand that is One Piece this year. And even with that, like the whole writer's strike thing, when it came out that they're planning for 6 extra seasons, possibly up to 12, man, listen.
I don't know about that,
but I'm just saying, like,
I got you.
This is what people wanted from One Piece back in the day that Naruto got the boom for, that Dragon Ball got the boom for, and it's late, but One Piece is finally getting its flowers, and everything else is also prospering because of that. Like, I'm just enjoying that there are more One Piece fans tweeting about One Piece each and every day, and it's just keeps on going, man. Absolutely. And we in the final arc. Y'all live for a ride. Bro, when I tell you this entire manga year for One Piece was crazy, like half of it didn't even feature Luffy. It featured people around the world. Like, it's been crazy.
Listen, One Piece has done a great job this year. I can't even front. It just is what it is.
This is AD's moment, man. This is everything AD works so hard for.
It took 20 years, but it's finally a very functional brand.
Yeah, listen, man. This is everything AD was working hard for.
They took the Pokemon blueprint and said, you know what, we're going to do that too.
I remember. I know the people that was calling it one mid piece, and AD sat there fighting hard against y'all. Now look at y'all fans. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
We're here. I feel like Drake right now. We built this.
Some people were loving One Piece in the shadows. AD was out loud with it.
Come on, man.
He was standing in his One Piece love. Everybody was loving him from the shadows. That's crazy, man. Now they out. Now. AD done made it safe for him.
Hey, that's crazy. It's apparently safe to binge 1,000 episodes. It's safe.
One Piece is.
Meelz, I'm not forcing you to do anything, man.
Listen, you don't have to. I'm taking it step by step. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it one step at a time, one foot in front of the other.
That's all I'm asking for. That's all.
Okay. Speaking of brands, things, I already alluded to this. I put in one of mine. I included this in the best. Listen, Ash Ketchum, man. The journey's over.
Yeah.
It ended this year.
Yeah.
He became a champion last year, and he finally retired. I'm sure his pension and his 401k looks crazy.
That's crazy. Did you ever think we would see Ash be done? Like, we have legit seen it from the beginning.
All things usually have to come to an end. I'm just surprised that the Pokemon Company was bold enough to say, we're going to actually do it. Because this is a thing that's been rumored for like pretty much the entire time Ash was there. Ash's journey was supposed to end after the first season of Pokemon. And then it just continued and continued and continued. I mean, Pikachu is the real star Pokemon if we really want to talk about it. Ash is the conduit to the character that makes everything kind of believable, but Pikachu is truly the star of this, and that's why Pikachu's in the new anime and Ash isn't. But
I want them to do adventures, man. I'm not even gonna hold you. They've been holding on to that story for so long. They need to touch it.
Absolutely. I think Ash is his adventures, all these other things, and it was summed up in a great way. He got his final. To be honest, it's on Netflix. I didn't really watch it. I just skipped all the way towards the end. Because Pokemon does this thing where like the episodes are really, really like, oh, a Psyduck family is trapped under a rock. and we have to save them. And sometimes that's cool, but sometimes it's not. But realistically, this is a salute to Ash Ketchum for 25 years of dependable service. May you enjoy your retirement in the Alola region or wherever you're going to retire. You are the champion of champions, the greatest trainer in all of the anime. I'm sure we'll see you again in the future. And I'm sure that your voice actor will pick up many, many checks for the next 25 years. So, shout out to you, and also check out, AD and Jay's interview with the original Ash voice actor on our YouTube. So youtube.com/lookout RNC. Tune into that as well. Next worst. I put this on. I didn't tell anyone I put it on, but I'm hoping that you guys roll with me on this, because this is a spicy take.
You about to throw me in a line of fire? I don't even know what the hell I'm about to be defending, but fuck it, I ride with you. Let's do it. What's
Did we already have a conversation about this? Because if so, I'm already.
It's kind of, but not really, but kind of.
Okay.
I know Jamal and I have had a conversation about this because it was an episode. Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc is in my worst. Let me take a step back. Tell me how you feel about it. Sink your toes in it. You know what I'm saying? Move around in it.
Was it the best? No.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it.
You gotta understand my Demon Slayer fandom. You gotta understand how strong it runs and how deep it runs.
Here's what I'll say. Here's my thing of why it's the worst, especially coming after that stellar Entertainment District arc. A lot of things felt really, really reductive with this season, and it was actually. I remember it actually being quite a bit to get through. Episodes that were long. Remember that episode with the backstory of the thing that lasted the whole 23 minutes?
Oh yeah. I think their pacing was the best this season at all.
I think the ending was perfect because this was one of the things where, and I've said this in the episode itself, Demon Slayer is great, but not a lot of important things happen when in the grand scheme of things that affect the actual story. What happened at the end of the season was a major, major revelation that affected the story. With what's my girl's name?
Nezuko.
I was about to say Navarro. Nezuko being able to walk in the sun. I mean, she get eaten up on her own right. But Nezuko being able to walk in the sun is amazing. But to me, the build, the villains, the conflict, the story, the characters, it ain't curl all the way over for me. So figure it out. I mean, I think it's probably, we don't have a lot of worst on this list.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I could kind of see where you're coming from with that. If I had to phrase it in a certain way, I would. If I want to put it as the worst, I would have to compare it to what Demon Slayer did previously in other seasons. And in that regard, it felt too bloated. The whole beginning training arc, the small, just the beginning itself, and getting with what's the kid's name, Tokito?
Yeah,
that whole thing in the beginning was we got Giyu or Genya, what's his name?
Genya.
See, I can't even remember the names, but Genya, he was probably my favorite part of the entire arc. And his whole half demon transformation and everything like that. You get to see his relationship with his brother, kind of pour out just a little bit. But all in all, it wasn't gripping in that first half. Something Mugen Train would have.
I don't even think the fight was gripping, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think until it reached the point where the sun was about to come up, I don't even think the fight was gripping. When, again, this is definitely comparing it to itself. I think, which is a great problem to have, because I think Demon Slayer kind of Story wise, there's definitely better stories in manga and anime for sure. But as a as a thing, I think it stands in a league of its own, right? Like this is something now we're going to compare to itself and kind of like what it brings. The Entertainment District arc was incredible.
No, it was. I mean, that was amazing. Like once again,
that's a hard follow up too. Like
it is, but
and then the Hashira training arc, which is coming up, is like, this is the same critique that I feel like My Hero got season 4, season 5, where it's like, it wasn't as good as the other seasons, and that's why niggas hated it.
It's more of the part of the story that they're in, like they're selling it as a like, okay, we really got to get through this. Like, here's more Demon Slayer coming out. This is the arc, so you can know like what to expect. They're selling it in that way so that you can know like, okay, there might be some demon slaying, but because of straining, like maybe not really. You know, we got to get through it just to make sure that we're doing all the canon material, because you don't want to skip stuff. Otherwise, we ain't not trying to have another Promised Neverland. And so far, Demon Slayer as an adaptation has been damn near shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, we just got to get through it. We're in the dark times right now before the finish, because the ending was phenomenal, and that's one of the major key points to the finale of Demon Slayer. We just got to get through it.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think once again, I'm not so sold on this season to where I'm going to defend it tooth and nail. But I am a Demon Slayer fan. I love Demon Slayer. I think it's amazing. And so, but I do believe that this season now was definitely a step down from the season before. And not just like a step down, like there's a pretty significant gap between those two seasons. And I think that's what makes this season feel so, doesn't feel as comparable, or feels like on a Demon Slayer level that we've seen so far.
Right.
But no, I think also too, though, it helps set up a lot of the things that are happening next and that comes after this, and understand like too, like the like importance of like why the Sources Village was even hidden, and like those little things. Like I think there's little things to the story that adds on, but like you said, I think a lot of the more significant parts happen towards the end, or like it really is the ending, and there's kind of just a lot of more mumbo jumbo in the middle of like these guys are fighting, but that's really it. Like there's nothing more tied into it other than the fact they gotta save the village. Right.
So it's unfortunate, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? Not everything's a knockout of the park. Couple more things. Let's see. I mean, I don't know. I always try on saying this because I'm the fan of My Hero, and not everyone is a fan of My Hero. I thought the second half of season 6 was really, really good. I thought the getting to the world where the villains have won, essentially. I mean, not outright, but they have kind of like won, and kind of exploring that universe. The prison break, the dealing with society, Dark Deku coming back, a lot of villains returning in various different ways, and them having to pull Deku back from the brink of not only just his own suffering, but like smelling like shit for the past 2 weeks. Was great. I thought My Hero season 6, I put it in my best, but I'm biased. I would like to know what
bias is a light word to use here.
I would like to know what people think, but maybe it's no worse. Who knows?
This is rigged. Who's paying you off, Meelz?
So niggas can't have JJK in One Piece and the best, and I can't have My Hero. Everybody, I'm here clapping with clapping like the rest of y'all guys for y'all animes. And I say, I let my thing out, and everyone's like, look at this biased jerk over here. Jesus Christ.
No, I'll say this. You know what? I'm not even gonna hate. it definitely translated that whole moment because I was harping on it when it came out in the manga. I was fighting you tooth and nail like, yo, this shit sucked. But after the muscular fight,
listen, man.
but no, it definitely translated. It definitely came alive way better in the anime than it did in the manga. Gotta pay its respects. It came alive better. It added more emotion and more kind of like, you know, the Lady Nagant part, like all that stuff. Like it was definitely that final kind of moment with all the classmates trying to stop him. Yeah, it came alive, and I bought in. So I'm not hating. I'm not gonna hate too much. It's just funny. You know, I gotta give you shit for liking My Hero anything at this point.
Sure, yeah.
But you're not wrong. But you are not a wrong man.
I don't like to think I'm wrong, but the internet thinks I'm wrong. So,
Man.
AD, your thoughts? Yeah, your thoughts.
I don't listen to the internet. That's my thoughts. Firstly,
I love that for you. Love that.
Yeah. That's why I have to binge things, man. I gotta let things blow over so I can enjoy it for myself. And as far as this season, because I did watch it, 10 out of 10. Well, not 10 out of 10, but I think they did it really well. What was, I would say, close to 10 out of 10 is what we've been getting in the manga this year.
We're gonna talk about the manga in a bit. We're gonna leave manga talking because I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil the manga things this year. But listen, you said it, not me.
I'm just man.
But now that
hands
you said it,
hands right now.
Now that you said it, I'm gonna follow up on that. But we're gonna follow up on that later. Another thing that came out this year. I'm not sure if you, because I haven't talked about this with you, LJ. Actually, no. I'm gonna go with we're gonna go with the Rurouni Kenshin VAs donating to charity. 80, what's that about?
So, you know, Rurouni Kenshin, it was a well-beloved series, but the guy who wrote it, you know, has a very bad lawsuit, and he's a shaky man. He's a very questionable guy, and somehow they're letting him.
What's the lawsuit?
Let's speak explicitly.
What are we supporting here?
We are not supporting him, and you know So Rurouni Kenshin's author had a lot of child pornography on his heart.
All right. No, this is going to the worst, AD.
No. Here's the thing. I'm saying it's the best for the voice actors because what they're doing is they're donating their money to the Children's Rescue Coalition. So that's what I'm saying is the best. Like they're not supporting him in his work, but because they're getting, you know, to
they're
do
not
this
taking
work,
nasty man's money.
Yes, they're giving it away. They're giving it to a proper charity. So that's what I'm saying is the best.
Okay.
They took something that was the worst and put it in a positive light.
You know what? I like that. Don't take that nasty man's money. Yeah. Amazing. Do you want to hear another worse?
Yeah, let's do another worse.
Something that we did not even talk about this year. This entire year. Tokyo Revengers Season 2?
You know, it's funny. I was trying to watch that like 2 days ago.
Oh, man. Tokyo Revengers.
We
were so wrong about that. Hey, that was bad shock.
I'm so glad that Goggles came off because let me tell you, we watched Tokyo Revengers Season 1 last year and covered it on The Lookout. And we could not stop laughing at how ridiculous the premise of this show was. And I was like, there is no way. Like, I get gang shit, of course. Duh. But I was like, the time travel thing is the thing that throws it all into it being way more complicated. And also just like, the characters don't get, I mean, you get characters that are like dying, or maybe they're not dying, or they died in the past, or they die in the future, or they die in this timeline, and then the detectives and all this other shit like that. There's so much that I think could have been resolved if they just didn't include time travel. Like, but Tokyo Revengers 2 was about like the fight at Christmas, and it aired after Christmas. Like, what was that about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Tokyo Revengers is I think we missed it. We missed it.
We were so wrong about that. That's one of my that haunts me sometimes. That haunts me.
I don't even know if it's getting a season 3. Let me look at it.
It got a
Oh
season
yeah,
3.
it's getting a season 3.
Yeah, it already came out.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
2 seasons in 1 year?
Yeah, lying. Oh shit, it
You-
did. Wow.
Oh my god.
That's why I ended up trying to watch it just to see.
That's
Nah, AD,
crazy.
you're a
2
sicko.
seasons in
Why
2
you-
seasons in 1 year is wow. Okay.
Yeah. Nasty work. Hey man, we tried.
Yeah. Listen, do what you gotta do.
You're so wrong. Wow.
We're getting a lot of better stuff. We were right. We got a lot more stuff we were right about.
Oh,
That is
absolutely.
true.
Way more stuff. Way more
Way
stuff.
more stuff we were right about. Sometimes when you know, that was a heat check, to be honest.
Absolutely. We launched it from 39 feet. You know what I'm saying? Couple of best. Scott Pilgrim takes off.
Fucking love it, man. Scott Pilgrim was so fucking good.
That was really good. I finished it this week. It was it. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm so happy that they're leaving it like 1 season.
I saw they put the movie on Netflix too.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. You know, I haven't seen the movie.
I'm gonna go back and watch the movie because of that. Like,
Man, no, you need to go and read read them.
The
Read
comics.
Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, read Scott Pilgrim.
Okay.
It's so good. I
I
got like the first like 2-3 volumes.
Then they got the original cast from the show, voicing
Yeah,
all their
listen.
characters and all this other stuff like that. It was nice. It was listen, Netflix do a little ditty. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Speaking of another best that Netflix may be supporting right now, have you guys watched Zom 100?
Yes.
Bucket List of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's
It's just
really
the
good.
production team gotta get it together.
They got
They
Netflix.
said they're
looking
dropping the
crazy.
rest of it on Christmas.
They got Netflix looking crazy. They're like, yo, y'all supposed to give me episodes every week. Yeah, apparently the rest of it's dropping on Christmas. So, I have not watched it. I was watching it episode by episode every week until I found out that production actually stopped. And I have not watched an episode. I was like, no, y'all will not get me caught up in a cliffhanger that I don't want. But I've enjoyed it. I think it's an interesting premise, good premise. Hopefully, how many volumes is this manga? Please don't tell me it's a long thing.
I think it's like 13. I think it finished or something. I saw a tweet that said all the chapters or the volumes.
15 volumes. Damn. They must get into some shit because I can't see this premise lasting much longer, but they must get into a bunch of stuff. Okay. Listen, Zom 100, a little bit of the best. Back to the worst. This might be our last worst, actually. The anime convention discourse.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah,
Hey,
mental
man.
illnesses all over.
Yeah, bro. Entitlement, all that stuff. It was bad conversation this year.
Just don't go. You know?
Just don't go,
Yeah.
man.
Just don't go.
I'm not even giving y'all any
yeah.
more energy than that. Go to the ones you want to go to, pay the bread you want to pay, and the other ones just don't go.
Absolutely. We're gonna run through a few more bests, and then we're gonna get to the manga side. Actually, we're gonna break this episode up and then get to the manga a little bit afterwards. This is gonna be an interesting week. There's gonna be a lot of releases this week to look out. Shout out to us. You have LJ. You put robots. What's that about?
All right, so you gotta think. We got Pluto this year,
Okay.
which once again, top 3 anime of the year.
That's crazy.
Bar
What
none.
what episode did it start like hitting hard for you?
Oh, episode 1 off rip.
Oh, word. That's nuts.
Yeah.
All right. We have
I love Pluto, and also too, I love Astro Boy.
we have
in
completely
In
different
general,
taste
I
on the
love
show.
In general, I just love Astro Boy, but Pluto is a motherfucking beast.
How did you
man.
watch the show?
Really stoned in my bedroom.
Were you lying down or standing up, sitting, doing something at the same
was-
time?
I was either sitting down on my bed or laying in my bed.
All right, because I was watching it in my bed and I almost fell asleep like 3 times. Because like it's like 60-minute episodes. I was like, God damn.
Nah, they're long episodes for sure. And then you
Yeah.
feel that hour.
I don't like when new
But-
stuff drops.
But it's so good. I was so like caught into the story, and oh man, the deeper you got, the further you went down the rabbit hole, you're like, oh shit, everybody's fucked up.
Absolutely. No, you're right. You're right.
But no, so you got Pluto, Witch of Mercury, fucking Mechamaru.
Mechamaru went out like a hoe.
Oh yeah.
I stand by that.
He went out like a hoe?
Yes,
Yeah, he did for sure. But hey, Mechamaru, hey, he had a moment though, didn't he?
He did.
He had people buying into his plan.
I saw Meelz. I was like, I can't believe you crying over this man or robot or whatever the thing is, Slim Jim. I don't know what he is, but
no, man,
this season did just gas on himself.
Robots had a moment this year, man. It was a lot of good mecha stuff and robot things, and so robots had a moment. That was my best.
Witch of Mercury was this year, right? The second part, right?
Yeah.
It was really good. We covered it for
really
Summer
good.
Kame House. It was amazing.
I know.
But
Finally got Meelz to watch some Gundam.
Finally got me to watch some Gundam. You know what? Can I also? We're gonna do a lot of miscellaneous bests right now.
Yeah.
Hold on to the manga stuff, Eddie.
That's fine.
YouTube anime content I think was really good this year. Now it's usually always good, but the things that I've discovered, the fact I've sat down and watched so many YouTube videos about things. The only reason why I got into Witch of Mercury as good as I did, because again, it was becoming one of those things where I'm watching and then I forget that I'm watching it and then it's playing and watching me. There's this YouTuber called, was it Brandon Reviews? He's really good. I forgot. I'll find his actual name at some point. The Amagi is a good, like, I'm doing work, I need something talking to me in the background. Let me watch the history of Kakashi for 90 minutes. Totally Not Mark. He did Dragon Ball Z this year. It's been crazy. He's talking about Dragon Ball Z in ways that I've never experienced Dragon Ball Z in all the 20 years that I've been watching it. RDC World, they just kind of, just in general, I mean, I thought the anime house thing was cool. But I think, anime content on YouTube, I'm really in my YouTube bag. That's also why I don't watch a lot of anime anymore, because I'm really in my YouTube bag with a lot of different things. So, and then also what Turtle Quirk, oh my god, yes, him, all these other things. So my algorithm is strong. I don't know about everybody else, but my algorithm is strong. Go off.
No, I was gonna say, like, I've definitely got a look. Like, I definitely wasn't as deep as you. You be watching them like 3-4 hour long videos.
I will sit there.
Put them on in the background.
I will have dinner and I will literally watch it. Brandon Reviews, by the way. So not just Brandon Reviews, but Brandon Reviews.
Man,
he does.
Meelz does say, "Hey, watch this." And I looked at the time. I'm like, "Hey, my boy, I cannot do it."
Hey man, listen. And then also, fucking Diavolo. Diavolo. Oh my god, the entire story of Jujutsu Kaisen explained. The 9-hour video. I don't sit there and watch all 9 hours at once. Don't get me wrong. But
the fact that you
it will play
9 hours though.
But here's the thing: it's not him explaining manga in a way. There's so much. I appreciate it because of how dynamic the videos are. There's panels moving. There's sound effects. There's music playing. There's all these other things. It's more than the shit I would do if I was making a video about manga. You would see my head, and I'll be explaining. In this panel, he did this. He really takes it to the next level. Uses his own, comedy and all these other things. Like, I've been living on YouTube, and I'm gonna continue to live on YouTube. It's really, really good. Does anyone have any final best or final worst before we go to Manga Town?
Freyrin, Beyond Journey's End. That's probably one of my favorites of at least anime this year. But other than that, man, I think It's been a solid year all around. I think we've had a solid boom of anime talk, and once we get into the next section, we can really talk about the boom in that sphere as well.
I guess like the last one is just I think there was just a lot of cool anime collabs this year that happened with like different artists or different brands and whatnot. So yeah, once again, anime is just continuing to grow larger each and every year. You see it like a lot more people referencing it and having it like not even just like basic level references, like they low-key they're getting pretty deep. They're getting like some deep cuts. So but nah, I think just in general there's just a lot of really cool things that released this year that were some type of anime related or anime centered.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, just as we talk about this, Hayao Miyazaki's The Boy and the Heron opens at #1 in the United States.
It too.
I'm going to see it next weekend.
That's nuts that no one told me that the shit was out, and everyone went to go see it. It didn't tell me. Now I guess I gotta go see it.
Nah, you do. It's pretty long. It feels a little long, but it's good.
That Beyonce movie was 3 hours. I'm pretty sure this will be okay.
You saw the Beyonce movie? Oh yeah, you did. You told me that. Duh.
I told you that last week.
Yeah, you told me that last week. You did.
Well,
see, I remember as soon as I said
it. All right. Any final ones, AD? Any more?
Nah, man. I think live actions have been booming and popping. One Piece got it. We got the Yu Yu Hakusho one, like I said. I think that we're just in a renaissance.
I low-key feel like the Yu Yu Hakusho one is fake, but we're gonna see what happens when it drops.
Oh my god.
I feel like we're not supposed. I feel like that one isn't for us.
It's probably not. It seems like it's not, and they're just.
It's like the Promised Neverland one, which also dropped on Netflix like 2-3 years ago. That wasn't for us. With the crone who was supposed to be a black lady played by a big Japanese lady. Yeah, so I feel like that might not be for us. But you know what? What's going to be for us is this manga talk that we're going to get into. So I want to cap this part of the episode because we're running long on this. I want to cap this part of the episode. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you're an anime only fan, this is part 1 of this experience. We're going to get into part 2, which will be shorter, but it still, contains manga spoilers. So you guys got to figure your own world out. We're getting a real Big Eyes flavor over here. But thank you guys for tuning in. And yeah, stay tuned for part 2 of this thing, which will be dropping after part 1. So we'll see you guys next time. Take care.